Here we are, guys. We're at the Civil Disobedience Extended Constructed Response final draft. So for this assignment, you're going to write the final draft of your essay for this prompt. Is civil disobedience a moral responsibility of every citizen? And remember, this is worth an assessment or a test grade. All right, so make sure that you remember that as you are working. So luckily you've already done most of the work for this. You wrote your thesis, you outlined your paper, you wrote a rough draft, and now you're going to fine tune your paper, polish it up, and you're going to turn in your final draft. Now this one needs to be in MLA format. All right, I don't want you to scroll down to the end of this and start typing. You need to open up a new document to type this paper. So here we are in Microsoft Word, which is I know what most of you use to type. So we want to make sure ours is set up. Right now this page is not set up for MLA format. So make sure that your font is on Times New Roman. Make sure that it is size 12. All right. It's already set up to the 1-inch margins. You really shouldn't have to do anything about that, but it should also be double spaced. All right. So now that you have that, you want to type your name, my name, the name of our class, and the date. All right. So think about, whenever this is due. This is not our actual due date. I'm just doing this to show you. All right, so once you've done that, then you're going to center, and then you're going to put your title. Now, you can come up with a more creative title, but this is just for instructional purposes. Then, now we're not going to type our paper centered. We would never do that. So you're going to move it back, make it left aligned, but make sure that you indent each paragraph. So we have our introduction paragraph, right? And then we're going to type. All right, you got that? You see how it's making it into a paragraph. All right, then we're going to start our new paragraph. Okay, this is going to be our body paragraph. Then we're going to do the same thing. You're going to, you don't want these all running together. Then, when you get to the end of your paper, however long it takes you, you're going to insert a page break because you want to start your works cited page on a new page. Once again, you're going to center it for the title. Go back to left aligned, and you can simply copy and paste your source information here. Now, when you are doing an MLA works cited page, you should be using a hanging indent. When we indent our paragraph and then we start typing, that's a regular indent. A hanging indent is basically the opposite of that. The first line is not indented, but everything else is. All right, so you want to make sure that that is what you are doing. So you can click there and click on line spacing options and change it to hanging right there. Make sure that your works cited sources are in alphabetical order. So that was just a quick recap. So for your final draft, everything, including your mechanics, spelling, punctuation, grammar, all of those things, they should be as close to perfect as possible. So make sure that your final draft has the following: hook, thesis, your other information. Just like your rough draft, you're just rounding this out, making it pretty, adding anything that you might have left out. Now make sure in your body paragraphs that you are using in-text citations. You're quoting sources, you're talking about sources. You need to make sure that we know where they came from. And then summing up your information, and then your works cited page, just like we talked about. So here is how that breaks down in our rubric. I'm grading each paragraph separately, then looking at your paper as a whole, looking at your works cited page, your MLA format, your in-text citation, your mechanics, and the fact that you get this turned in on time. That's always helpful. All right, so guys, if you have questions, let me know. I know you're going to do great on this.